In today's video, we are talking about the inner workings of your FICO score. Now, over the past couple of years, you've heard me refer to rebucketing, but I've never made a video about it. So have you ever wondered why your score moves without you doing anything at all? It might be the result of being rebucketed. And that's why we are doing this video today. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Kristen, and I fix credit for a living. Who would have thought with these 460 videos where I break it all down and give you information that you can't find anywhere else? It's because I do this for a living, okay? Now, if you are looking for do-it-yourself resources, you can use the link in the description as well as on your screen, as well as in the comment section, and you'll find a ton of resources, both free and paid, that's going to show you, in addition to my videos, how to do this yourself. Now, this isn't for everybody. Like, let's just be real. This is only the most important thing that's going to open the door of opportunity for like everything for you, right? So a lot of people want to get it done the right way and get it done the right way one time. So if that is you and you want to see if I can help you increase your credit score, use the link on your screen as well as in the description. I'll see if I can help you. It's really, really simple. Just schedule a call with me. All right, so this might sound familiar if you've taken the CCA certification course. That is my source on this. But if you haven't, then that's okay, because I'm going to explain this to you. So I am taking their example to explain what rebucketing is, okay? So is there an invisible FICO factor no one talks about? Yes, that's what this is, okay? We've gone over credit scores, falling due to the addition of negative information as well as the deletion of negative information, but we have not gone over something extremely important, and that is this, rebucketing. So, as I mentioned, this is best understood with an example, and here is this example. So, your credit report includes a TransUnion score of 640, a 6-year-old collection, a 3-year-old closed account with delinquents like 4 years ago, and 3 to 4 good accounts opened within the last 4 years. So here's the thing, you're like, hey, I've got this collection, let me dispute it, right? Now, let me just pause right there real quick. We recently talked about your score falling by removing older accounts. So that is why I'm kind of tailing that with rebucketing, so that you can understand a little bit more about why that happens. It's not just about your history, okay? It's not just about the 35% of your score. It has to do with rebucketing. So anywho, you dispute that 6-year-old collection. You're like, oh my God, my score is totally going to go up by removing it. No. The collection is removed and your score drops from a 640 to a 635. What happened? Well, you've been rebucketed. Now, this is a good thing. Now, here's the skinny. When that collection dropped, it was the only collection you had, and you are currently sitting in a group with other people who also have no collections. But they too have delinquent accounts. So think of actual buckets. These groups of people are buckets, right? Now, their late accounts aren't as recent as yours, so you have one of the lowest scores in the group, okay? All right, so see, with rebucketing, there's constant change. The members of this group, as well as all the other groups, are constantly changing, and your reports are suddenly looking much better than the newcomers, and suddenly you see your score boost to a 654, right? And here we are, 3 months later, your negative accounts are aging, and therefore your good accounts have hit a milestone, or metaphorically reached a birthday, right? And your score has been boosted to a 670. So in this case, you are one of the best in your group, but you still have late accounts that you're current on. Your old late accounts have dropped because your late payments became older. Obviously, 30 goes to 60, goes to 90, etc., right? So one day, your last reported late account drops off. Your good accounts are all much older, around 5 years or more, right? And you have no bad accounts. So you're going to actually be rebucketed again, maybe, to 785. No movement. So with a new collection showing, you won't make it to that next bucket, to that 785. With late accounts showing, you won't make it to that next bucket, right? Once they're cleared, your score will move up. This is why your score can remain the same for a few years, all right? So lower scores in the next bucket. So two buckets next to each other share some of the same scores, right? Because each has around 30 points in either direction. You can actually get a lower score when you enter a higher bucket. It's kind of like pouring water into a bucket. It goes down to the bottom and then the water fills up, right? So being at the next level actually allows you to move up past that old score much faster. So here's the thing. There was a rebucket change. You know how your score is always, everything with credit, just the industry is always changing, right? Like people talk to me about videos that I posted 2-3 years ago or even a year ago. And I'm like, no, dude, that's probably not where you should start now, because that might have been relevant then, but this is what we do now, right? So now they have clear distinctions between good credit risks and bad, and the penalties for occasional slip-ups, and making timely payments will be reduced, while those who repeatedly make late payments will see their score fall more. It's like a reward system, right? And those who successfully manage a variety of loans, mortgage, car, credit cards, etc., at the same time, are rewarded for their good behavior. So with this new system, being more than 90 days late on a payment, obviously it was always a no-no, but if you make a habit of it, you're going to see your score drop even more as a result. And on the other hand, you might get away with a single delinquent account if you have other loans whose payments are up to date, right? So now inquiries have always been this, you have no idea how many calls I get about inquiries, right? So it used to be where inquiries were like, oh my God, these are on my credit, I gotta get them off, holy crap. But now they're not hurting as much as they used to. Obviously they still drop your score, but just not as much, right? So knowing these things actually gives you power. Knowledge gives you power, but obviously doesn't give you anything if you don't use it to act on anything, right? So there's all these invisible factors with credit, with understanding how your credit works, with understanding how to remove the negative items. But the reason we break these things down is so that you do understand, that it's more than just a report that you receive in the mail or that you see online that has negative items on it, right? It's way more than that. You have to understand who the bureaus are, what business they're in, what they're there for, what they're there to do, what it is that they do when they receive your dispute letter. Basically, it's like a complaints department, right? So that's why I create these videos that I do, because these are things that you need to understand if you want to move past all these negative items that you have on your credit report, because you need to understand the process to know how to get through it. It's a system, right? It is a system, okay? It's like going to jail for the first time and, not understanding how the system works. You're really going to be screwed if you don't know, all right? So if you need additional help, you can check out the other resources, all right? I've got a ton of them. Do-it-yourself resources. Use the link on your screen in the description as well as in the comments, and you'll get access to a bunch of free as well as paid awesome stuff. And then the done-for-you credit sweep, where I do it for you. You can schedule a call with me using the link on the description as well as, on your screen, as well as in the description, as well as in the comments. And you'll also find the consultation requirements on the appointment page. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I actually have quite a few planned out for you, because there's just so much going on in the credit industry and so much going on with our economy and all that kind of stuff, and it all wraps together. And if you don't know, you're going to be left behind. I don't want you to be tripped up simply because you don't know. All right, so that is it for this video. Make sure to go and click on one of the other videos. And if you don't know, I also just put out a mini course on how to remove student loans, right? Federal, private, late payments, correcting them, removing them, all that kind of stuff. That is going to be on the VIP Member Vault link. All right. So have a wonderful weekend. Make sure that you like this video. If this was something that you did not know already, subscribe if you haven't done so, and hit that bell for notifications, because even if you are subscribed, you are not going to know when the next video hits unless you smash that bell. All right, that's it. Have a great day.